Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael. Today we're jumping into Season 3, Episode 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen. It is Part 3, called Tokyo Colony Number 1, Part 3. Last episode we ended with Yuji and Higuruma facing off in the theater room, it looked like, of that building that they were in, because there was like seats and then a stage, and he was in a tub, and then he popped his ult. He, as everybody's saying, he instantly domain expansion on Yuji, and I'm very curious to see where that plays uh, out. Not where, how it plays out. And yeah, I'm just curious what his domain is capable of, and I mean, it's got to have something to do with right and wrong, lawyerish type of stuff, because I mean, that's how it looks. I mean, his little, not little, Shikigami with like the weight. I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm curious where all these different plots go. I don't really have much to say in the pre-discussion, so I'm just gonna jump in now because I want to see. So let's go. Man, we're just jumping right back in. Awesome. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, we saw last episode that thing fully formed before he made it there. The Shikigami's also probably cool. Hmm. Interesting. No acts of violence in his domain. Yeah. So you can be a dick verbally. Got it. Judge man? Huh? Another scary Shikigami with a scary voice. Can it get into your memories? This is definitely going to bring up the. This is definitely bringing up the Sukuna incident then. Okay, well, the Sukuna incident is going to be pretty bad, and I was right. Dude, this Sukuna thing is going to become problematic. I mean, if it knows everything, he's screwed. He's like actually screwed. He's a murderer. Murdered an entire city in the eyes of the Jujutsu power, I imagine. Well, a huge portion of a city, not an entire city. That explains why he has it. Okay. Not that I don't think that he would be capable of getting it if it was a guaranteed kill, but I imagine you die. Hmm. I think he's gonna go with the confession. He's gonna confess what happened. Yeah, but that's not gonna be the thing that they're gonna bring up. The thing that's gonna get brought up is a lot of other not so good things. The, the Shibuya incident's probably in that. Or wait, am I just overthinking it? Is this only about the pachinko thing? I don't. Is this the only thing that he's gonna be talking about? Okay. Well, let's see how this plays out. Huh. Well, that's kind of crazy that it's able to conjure a footage photo. Underage gambling? Interesting. Interesting. Why is he giving him the answer? I still feel like there's more. Wow, I saw that little ripple in the air, like the air became. Oh, confiscation of what? Okay, so this had nothing to do with his Sukuna incident. All right. Okay, so we're just going into throwing hands, but what does confiscation mean? Oh, it became bigger. Jeez. I wonder if it took his cursed energy, and that's not going to matter because he's just physically strong. Okay, okay. It took his cursed energy, and he's still tanking it because he's just built different. Jesus, they're throwing hands. Okay. All right. Came with his domain by default. They're playing catch right now. Jesus. Also, he had the answer and then figured out how he got there. That's the type of math equation. Jesus Christ. I want to read and I want to watch. Oh my God. They're fucking throwing hands, dude. I want to read and I want to watch. God damn it. I'm going to have to go back and reread that. I'm going to read it after the episode. I don't think I caught everything. Oh my God, he can like manipulate the size of that hammer in many, many ways. Jesus Christ, they're popping off. He can conjure multiple of them. He's just chucking them. Jesus. Or is it the same one? And he's just summoning it back like a Sun Jin-woo. He's built different. I mean, he's in his head. He's thinking. Oh. That hammer is busted. Oh, okay. I thought the tub would come into play at some point. Oh, he made it bigger in the swing. Jesus. He's gonna make that the hammer stream be like, you know what? I'll give you the 100 points. I can't win. Oh, it just pulls him right back in. Holy crap. The retrial, I don't know why I didn't think about it. Because that was a whole thing with his backstory. Up to 2 retrials. Okay, he doesn't know 2. Okay, what is judgment? The Shibuya incident. Is he going to explain Sukuna? Okay. Well, that's how he feels. Oh. What? There's no way that is he gonna die twice in one season? Is this man about to die for the 3rd time and somehow come back? Oh. He's got a sword now. Oh, damn. So they're really about to duke it out right now. He just has to cut them. It's not that he wanted to. It's not that he did it on purpose. But he didn't explain that. Okay, I was wondering where the judge conversation was going. Create an obstacle. He threw his coat, his jacket. Oh, he.
ジャッジマンから提出された証拠の情報は開封前から術師本人には共有される。提出された証拠は君の中に救う悪魔スクナについて。
Oh, so he's upset that he. Okay, he's upset, more upset that he lied. Okay, I got it. But it's crazy. All he's got to do is cut him. He's gonna stop himself because all he took it away. Okay, was that intentional? The sword despawned. Oh damn! This is such a crazy moment, though. Is this gonna bring him back out of this like really? Okay, so it despawned because he okay. Because of judgment. I'm glad that he was able to probably see a lot of it because Judge Man got an image from from like the casino he went into. I don't know if he one cut was all it was gonna take. Yuji didn't know that. He fell from grace with that incident with the retrial about the cat and everything. Damn, he got those 100 points. I respect it. Yes. I think the first time he did it was probably the cursed. He killed his brother technically. Unfortunately, two brothers. Ah. Interesting flip on what he said. Interesting flip on what he said. Ooh, there's a post-credit scene. So before I go back and read what I did not read, I'm going to skip to the post-credit scene. His has a mustache. Huh. Oh yeah, it resets the 19-day timer. That's right. That's why the 1 point. Okay. Oh, they counted his points. That's fair. I didn't realize all that happened in that moment of the culling games where they would have counted his points. I didn't realize he killed the room. Does that mean that he killed his partner? Because she was right next to him. Damn. Okay, okay. Alright. So let's scroll back a little bit. Let's scroll back a little bit. Yet the gem that shone the brightest was his talent as a sorcerer. His technique came with his domain by default, but through analyzing that, he also learned the fundamentals of barriers. Then, working backwards from barriers, he intuitively grasped manipulating cursed energy for physical enhancement. And within 12 days of awakening as a sorcerer, he had grown to match grade 1 sorcerers. Before entering the colony, he exorcised many cursed spirits and struck down over 20 players who attacked him. Jesus. So he was defending himself against 20 people. I'm glad I went back and read that because that was during a very, very like motion intensive fight, and I felt like I just I couldn't read, couldn't read. I had to watch. All right, good episode. Well, another fantastic episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. This episode solely focused on this fight. It took the whole episode, surprisingly. Um, I expected us to, flash away, but I'm grateful for the fact that this was the entire episode. It showed in that preview just now. Unfortunately, I saw a little bit of it that we're going to flash back over to the guy with the receipts on him with Megumi. So I'm curious how that goes because he was talking about how after a certain point there's going to start dropping bombs on the colonies, and then there's Geto. I know he's not Geto, but for the sake of saying it, Geto is talking with some people. Um, as we saw in the last episode, I don't know exactly because it seemed like that was going along with the bombs being dropped. So I wonder if they're the people who would be providing the bombs or what's actually going on with that plot line. But I do find it interesting that he got points for that incident that happened last episode in the room. Where like he manifested his power and Judge Man appeared and everything. But let me take a look because I want to remember how that episode ended. Okay. Have you ever killed somebody who ticked you off? And then he says, it feels much better than I expected. And then this episode, he ends the episode in the post-credit scene. Well, not the post-credit scene. He adds it where it felt absolutely awful, didn't it? So, very interesting. Very interesting. And I wasn't doing that for, at this point, you can't do this without thinking of 6, 7. Anyway, but it is cool now. The point system is in there. So, unfortunately, I think the only way Megumi can save his sister now is she has to enter or he has to give her points consistently until this is over. Which, I mean, realistically is 1 point every just about 3 weeks, which means that he would inevitably have to, they have to trade points to continue that thing of resetting the timer or however that goes, but that has been solved, so that's good. The point system thing has been solved. We still got to see what's going on with Panda and Angel, and then we got to see what's going on with Hikari and the one guy with the bluish teal hair and the electricity and the staff that wanted to find Sukuna, whose name I'm forgetting right this second because it's been a couple episodes. But yeah, very cool. I'm very happy with how this episode turned out. I didn't expect it to be a part 3. I thought this might have gone away a little bit from this because we were focusing a lot here on Yuji. But I'm grateful anyways that, I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds me type thing. Really good. Really, really good episode. I really like his character, and I hope that this isn't the last we see of him because I really think that he could definitely help with what's going on because within 12 days he became a grade 1 sorcerer equivalent, and his ability is quite literally like just like an overpowered domain. I mean, he runs into the problem if somebody has a stronger domain expansion because of how that works, but with how his works, the non-violence and everything, it definitely has its perks, especially against people who are strong. Although I did like the play on the fact that Yuji doesn't have cursed energy, or cursed technique rather, excuse me, to the point where like him being stripped of it didn't matter. That man's built different. He's built different. But I'm very glad that his sword went away and he was angry in that moment about the fact that he lied about being the murderer for that. And I hope, got to see a decent bit to understand what Yuji had gone through, which helped with it. Because I'm curious what Judge Man is capable of showing him. Because, I mean, like they showed a photo of him in that casino. They conjured a photo, which is crazy, which means that Judge Man has powers to get the evidence it needs to share with him. So I hope that that somehow also impacts a future moment as well. But I also hope that Yuji can grow from this because he literally quite had somebody just actually see what happened to an extent for him in the Shibuya incident. So I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So that's where I'm gonna decide it's done. So until next time with episode 10 of season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen, I hope you have a fantastic day and peace.